Namaste students. I hope you all have read and enjoyed the short story Androcles and the Lion that we have discussed earlier. Now today we will be discussing the English workshop session of this lesson. So the first question in the workshop is about match the phrases. In the first section you are given the phrases that are used in this short story, and in the next column you are given the meaning of those phrases. Now you have to match the correct meaning to the correct phrase. Let's see. The first phrase is looking out for. Looking out for means searching for. Therefore, the answer will be C, trying to search for. The second phrase is face to face. Now, face to face means coming in front of someone. Samora samor yene. Therefore, the answer will be F, in front of each other. Third phrase is summon up courage. Summon up means gathering all together, gathering everything. Therefore, gathering courage, trying to be courageous, trying to be brave. Therefore, the answer is E, try to be brave. Fourth is rage melted. Rage means anger and melted means reduced. Therefore, anger reduced. The answer is A, anger reduced. Fifth one is be moved by. This phrase is used in the context of the master that was moved by the story of Androcles and the lion. Therefore, be moved by means getting emotional about something, having positive feelings about something. Therefore, the answer will be D, filled with soft feelings. Now there are 3 sentences given and every sentence has a underlined phrase. These underlined phrases have different meanings in every sentence. The meanings are mentioned below. You have to match the correct meaning in front of the sentence. They were bound by law to obey their master. The bound by law here means forced to follow. Therefore, the answer will be B. The kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. The kind man bound up. Bound up means tied up. The kind man tied up the lion's injured paw. Therefore, the answer will be C. The lion bounded towards Androcles again. Here, bounded towards means running towards, rushed forward. Therefore, the answer will be A. Now, let's translate the sentences that are given above in Marathi. They were bound by law to obey their master. आपल्या मालकाच्या आज्ञा पाळण्यासाठी ते कायद्याने बांधलेले होते. The kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. त्या दयाळू माणसाने सिंहाच्या जखमी पंजाला बांधले. The lion bounded towards Androcles again. सिंह पुन्हा अँड्रोक्लेसच्या दिशेने धावला. In the next question you have to write the antonyms of the given words. Antonyms means opposite words. Let's see what are antonyms and synonyms before solving this question. Synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are the words that have almost the same meanings. Therefore, the words with similar meanings are known as synonyms. For example, big, large. Antonyms. Antonyms are the words that have opposite meaning of the given word. For example, open, closed. Now let's look at the exercise that is given in the textbook. Now here you have to write the antonyms of the given words, that is the opposite words of the given words. Kind, slave, punishment, tender, poor, high, unbound, happy. Kind's opposite is cruel, poor, rich, slave, master, high, low, punishment, reward, unbound, bound, tender, hard, happy, sad. Now conduct a game of synonyms and antonyms in the class. Now it is not possible for you to gather in the class because of the lockdown, but you can play this game with your parents or your brother or sister. Enjoy. In the next question, you have to list the 5 sounds made by the lion in the short story. The first is roar. Second, growl. Third, moan. Fourth, whimper. And fifth, purr. Roar and growl is the sound made by the lion when he is angry. Moan and whimper is the sound made by the lion when the lion was sad and painful. And purr is the sound made by the lion when the lion was grateful and affectionate. In the next question, you have to write the reaction that followed each of these actions. Androcles did not like his cruel master, so he escaped from the clutches of his master. Next one is, the lion looked at Androcles piteously, so Androcles decided to help the lion. Third one, Androcles bandaged the lion's injured paw, so the lion licked his arm to show gratitude. Fourth, a hungry, ferocious lion was released in the arena, so Androcles was filled with fear. The lion reached Androcles and purred and rubbed his nose against him. And the last one, the emperor asked Androcles what other reward he would like. So Androcles asked for the lion's freedom too. The next 2 questions of the workshop session are composition based question. There are 3 topics given in the 4th question. You have to write 3 to 4 sentences in your own words. First is the condition of slaves in ancient Rome. Now, in the beginning of the short story, they have mentioned how the masters were ill-treating the slaves, how the slaves were treated by the masters like animals. They were not given proper food, no proper treatment, no proper clothes, and how Androcles was frustrated by his cruel master. All these things can be mentioned in your own words while describing the first topic. The second topic is qualities of Androcles. Now the whole story is about how Androcles was brave, kind-hearted, and how he was a freedom-loving person. You have to develop 3 to 4 sentences based on these points. The next one is, even wild animals can be our friends. Now this is the story of a friendship between a wild animal, that is the lion, and Androcles. Now both don't understand each other's language, but yet they became the closest friends. Androcles helped lion when he was needing a help, and lion also protected Androcles by remembering his help and showing the gratitude. You have to narrate this story in your own words. Next question is about narrating a story in your own words about kindness to animals, or how animals can be kind to humans. Now these stories can be of 2 types. In the first type, you can narrate how you can be kind to animals. For example, how you can help the stray dogs, how you can help birds, or how you can help any other animal that is in need. And also you can narrate a story how the animals are useful for man, how animals can also help man. The moral of the story is very simple: to maintain a harmony between nature and man. In this story, there is a pure friendship of Androcles and lion. Now lion means nature and Androcles means man. So we need to maintain a harmony between nature and man. After the workshop session, you have language studies. In that we have to learn auxiliary verbs. Let's see what are auxiliary verbs. Verbs are of 2 types: main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are used with main verbs to construct the verb phrase. They fall into two groups: primary auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are used with main verbs to describe the tense, voice, or the mood of the verbs. There are primary auxiliaries such as be, have, and do, and modal auxiliaries such as shall, should, will, would, may, might, can, could, must, ought, used to, need, and dare. Let's consider primary auxiliary with an example. Primary auxiliary verbs are basically the verbs which is used to express only the tense. The primary auxiliaries are be, have, and do. For example, I am eating bread. They have eaten bread. You do eat bread. Am, have, and do are primary auxiliary verb. They express the tense of the sentences. I am eating bread. This shows present continuous tense. They have eaten bread. You do eat bread. Each sentence is showing different tense because of the primary auxiliary verb. These verbs can also be used as main verbs. For example, I am happy to see these names included. I have a new life now and new friends. We do things that are controversial. Am, have, and do are the only verbs present in the sentence. Therefore, they become the main verbs of that sentence. Now, let's see modal auxiliary verb. Modal auxiliary verbs are used to show necessity, capability, willingness, or possibility of the verb, such as can, could, may, might, must, will, would, shall, and should. For example, he can swim. It may rain today. In these sentences, can and may are modal auxiliary verbs. He can swim. Here, can is showing the capability of swimming. It may rain. May is showing the possibility of raining today. Therefore, modal auxiliary verbs show possibility, capability, or likelihood of the verb. Here is the list of all the auxiliary verbs in English language. Now let's solve the exercise given in the textbook. Underline the auxiliary verbs in the following sentences. We have a holiday tomorrow. Here the auxiliary verb is have. Reena is injured badly. The helping verb here is. You must wear clean clothes. Answer is must. She should talk politely. Should is the auxiliary verb. They did not help me. Did is the auxiliary verb. A big thorn had pierced the lion's toe. Here, auxiliary verb is had. The lion was caged. Was is helping verb. Androcles did not like his master. Did is the auxiliary or helping verb. They could not leave him. Could here acts like an auxiliary verb or helping verb. He would no longer be a slave. Would is a auxiliary verb. The slaves were forced to work. Were here is the auxiliary verb. We should show kindness to animal. Should is the auxiliary verb. Now, if you observe all these examples of auxiliary verbs, you understand that the auxiliary verbs are mainly showing the tenses or the moods of the main verb. For example, the primary auxiliary verbs such as have, is are showing the tense of the main verb, and the modal auxiliary verbs such as must, should are showing the possibility or the likelihood of the main verb. I hope I have cleared all the concepts and doubts. Please like, share and subscribe, and all the best.